Once we've had some time to practice on our pizza slice, we're going to move to do our superheroes on our drawing paper. Now, your drawing paper has been graciously printed by your lovely art teacher with a grid, so you do not have to create it. Across the top, it is numbered from 1 to 9, and down the side, it is numbered from 1 to 12. Now, this grid is larger than the grid that is printed on our superheroes. That's okay, because this grid also is printed from 1 to 9 and 1 to 12 down the side. So it has the same number of squares that our larger drawing paper has. Now, when you start, I want you to make sure that your numbers from 1 to 9 are at the top and your numbers from 1 to 12 are on the left side. Don't have your grid upside down because that's going to mess you up right off the bat. You're going to do the same thing that you did on your pizza slice. You can use your viewfinder, and you can see on this one I have already started drawing Spider-Man across the top. And you're just going to move row by row and square by square. I'm ready for square number 5. And you are just going to copy those same exact things that you see. Now remember, your superheroes are going to have a lot of thick lines. They're going to have a lot of spaces that are shaded in black. What I would suggest is that you go ahead with your pencil and do your shading. Like, for example, Spider-Man has a little bit of a web right there that's a little thicker, because that will help you kind of keep up with your drawing and help it make a little bit more sense. For example, over here on this part of Spider-Man, I have a large black area that's shaded in. What I'm going to do, I am going to draw that shape I see first of the white space, and then I'm going to draw that shape I see of that little triangle to help me create that exact same area. So I'm going to come down, I'm going to go back up. I know by looking at my superhero print that these lines connect to the lines up here that I've already drawn. Come down and make that other line, and then I'm going to create that little white triangle that's right there, and then I can just simply start shading in all of this area. Move over and continue the same process. I'm going to make that curved line that creates that black space. And then I'm going to create this outside curved line that makes the edge of his head. And then I'm just going to shade in my black area. Now, one tip I have for you while you're drawing with your pencil is to make sure that you press down fairly lightly. So even in this video, it may be hard for you to see my pencil lines because I'm trying to draw very lightly. The lighter you draw, the easier it will be to erase if you have to make changes. Now, if you do start to erase, be careful, because even though these grid lines are printed, they will still erase. So if you start to erase some of your grid lines, just very, very lightly and very carefully with your pencil, go back over them so you can still see where they are. Now, once you have drawn for a while and you have completed the pencil drawing of your superhero, we're going to take our Sharpies and we're going to start tracing over all of our pencil lines. I've already started on this Spider-Man, and you can see all I'm doing, going over my pencil lines with my Sharpie, and I am simply going to shade in all of the same areas that are completely black on my example. Once we are complete, we'll have a superhero that's all filled in with a Sharpie. I want you to take your eraser and I want you to erase really nice and hard. Hold your paper still with one hand to erase your grid. Even though it's printed, it will still erase until it almost disappears. Once we're done with that, we're going to glue these to a sheet of colored paper. I'll let you choose between yellow, blue, or red, and our superheroes will be complete and ready for display.